On the news tonight, Anambra State Governor Soludo inspects road construction in Okija, Ihiala local government area. India Anambra urged to vote for ABGA candidates in 2023 election. On national matters, Catholic Bishops' Conference of Nigeria called for incredible election. And on the foreign scene, 2 women rescued from Rombo in Turkey 10 days after earthquake. Before the news in detail, here is a special message. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. Good evening and thanks for joining us on ABS Evening News. My name is Chinyere Ikoreke. Over 8 kilometers Savinovo Umofo Bright Street, Unkwo, Umuhu, Mbaezuike Road in Okija, Ihiala local government area have been flagged off for construction by Governor Chukwuma Soludo. The road flag-off featured inspection and campaign rally as work has long commenced on the road. Government House correspondent Valentin Baduga reports that Ihiala people in thousands trooped out to receive the governor and show solidarity for his administration and all the ABGA Congress. His report.
Traditional rulers, community leaders, youths, government functionaries, and other relevant stakeholders joined the event, which ended at St. Mary's Catholic Church Field, Okija. Speaking, Governor Soludo, who pleaded with the contractors to ensure timely delivery of the project, tasked the people of Okija and the Ihiala local government for their continued support. He promised more democratic dividends to them and urged them to deliver APGA candidates that will work with him for a greater Ihiala and Anambra in the forthcoming general elections. The governor used the occasion to remind them of the national census that is coming up soon and harped on the need for every Onyihala to participate in the head count as things are being shared in Nigeria on the basis of population.
You are afraid of death and then you are committing suicide. You are crying on marginalization, but you are the one marginalizing yourself. Nihiala local government, I get no putano ni. And that is why we must tackle insecurity. Can they buy not a cargo for no? Kaiman and Ihiala were mado. Makanifa Neken and Nigeria. Where do I even to the local government? It's based on your population.
Managing Director, Anambra Broadcasting Service, Chief Chido Obidegu, who is from Okija, said Governor Soludo has demonstrated competence as the chief servant of the state and called on the people of Ihiala to support quality, impactful governance, which Soludo-led administration has brought to the state. The ABS chief executive noted that Governor Soludo has continued to uphold and fulfill all his campaign promises, as the road was one of them. The Deputy Speaker, Anambra State House of Assembly, and the APGA candidate for Ihiala Federal Constituency, Right Honorable Pascal Abodike, the member representing Nnewi North, South, and Ekwusigo Federal Constituency, and the APGA candidate for Anambra South Senatorial Zone, Honorable Chris Azubogo, in their remarks, commended Governor Soludo for his dedication in building a livable and prosperous Anambra and assured to partner with him to enthrone sustainable development in Anambra State. The Commissioner for Education, Professor Ngozi Chumude, a stakeholder in Ihiala local government, Chief Mwabweze Ume, and a former governorship aspirant under APGA, Nzaka Chukwuamkpo, thanked Governor Soludo for being a true leader who has the interest of the people at heart and promised not to relent in their efforts to support his administration to succeed.
August, you know, you could make all the Macanoia, Marago, Ogon as election. I'm sure and those are the other Mumpa. And those are the Merai. Whether they prove we are Tata, they are very special. So, Yogo Simone, and now we are a little local government to Busobi as all of us. Macron and me, Yobon, who could call him. So, I don't have and the year is I joy. Yobon also I make.
The Transition Committee Chairman, Ihiala local government area, Mr. Kinsley Obi, also lent his voice in calling for the people of Ihiala to support APGA massively come 25th February and 11th March. From Okija, News.
Flagged off the construction of 7 kilometers road in Ugba-Obosi, Idemili North local government area. The road construction, which has already begun last October, will go through Mbuka-Obosi. Government House correspondent Valentin Badaga reports.
Governor Soludo, while performing the function, said that his visit was not just for the flag-off, but to inspect the level of progress recorded by the contractor. The governor, who frowned at the slow pace of the project, said he will visit again next month and threatened to terminate the contract if the contractor shows incompetence, and noted that he is passionate to liberate Anambra from the sufferings they go through as a result of road crisis, even as he appealed for the support and cooperation of Anambra. He reminded them the need to vote all APGA candidates in the coming elections and also to ensure they participate actively in the forthcoming census.
I made a mistake in 2005 and I am a mezioso. Oga ndị masobo pụta na disturb na ama go on na Igbo. Onye ji mmadụ na ana ji onwe ya. Ndị ugwu ana agụ ma ọkụkọ ma ewu nọ na beba. Kete ekanon na Nigeria ulitegodu n'uru dị na ya nọ. So na ikwesịrị isi ndị be anyị na ebe onye anọ na ya nọta ka eme gịnị ka agụọ ya ka anyị wee kete nke anyị. Onye bụ ife onye maala ife kwesịrị ị na-ekwu.
APGA candidate for Idemili North and South Federal Constituency, Chief Ikenni Iyebu, and his Idemili North constituency counterpart, Honorable Ifeanyi Chegwu, said that Soludo has earned the trust and support of the people through his unprecedented achievements within 11 months in office. They noted that APGA is the party with true progressive and democratic ideology, called on the people of Idemili North to be steadfast in their belief for a greater tomorrow under APGA leadership.
Now we're a working governor, only with the interest of the masses at heart. Now you know, because the governor, the party state here, which is APGA, 25th of February, I get election. APGA na get election. Or what individual na get election, but APGA. Let us not shame our state. Our state is APGA, Anambra by APGA, Idemili by APGA, Obosi by APGA, and Igbo by APGA. Let us not fail our state. Because on the 25th, let us come out early enough.
Some stakeholders, including the Secretary to the State Government, Professor Solochukwu Lobelo, the Special Advisor to the Governor on Town Union and Chieftaincy Matters, Barrister Ashan Nabife, a member of JAC, Barrister Ifatu Obiokoye, the Chairman, Old Motor Parts Dealers Association, Mbuko Obosi, Mr. Samari Furunwa, all commended Governor Soludo for the road project and promised their support to deliver APGA in the coming elections as a way to encourage him to do more. The Transition Committee Chairman of Idemili North, Mr. Chuks Ibanwa, while welcoming the governor, recounted the benefits of Soludo-led administration to Idemili North and prayed God to strengthen him.
Oge agbatusi ya gọvanọ inyekwala anyị aka building ya ọpụrụgo kịta ya excellency anyị na-ekene gị.
Present at the event are the Commissioner for Works, Engineer Ifeanyi Okoma, the Chief of Staff to the Governor, Mr. Ernest Ezajiwe, a stakeholder in Obosi, Mr. Chukwura Omezie, the Idemili South Transition Committee Chairman, Mrs. Amaka Obi, and the Deputy Chief of Staff and Chief Protocol to the Governor, Chief Chinedu Moye. From Obosi, Valentin Bada reporting for ABS News.
Barely 8 days to the 2023 general elections, flag bearers of various political parties for senators and House of Representatives in Anambra State have been subjected to election debate at the Professor Dora Akuyili Women Development Center, Awka. They presented their manifesto during the 2023 Anambra Political Dialogue, the Maize Debate, jointly organized by the Nigerian Union of Journalists, Anambra State Council, and Radio, Television, Theatre and Arts Workers Union in collaboration with Society for Equity, Justice, Peace and Bring On Africa. Correspondent Emmanuel Chibata has details.
According to the moderator and Vice President Ratau, Prince Emeka Kalu, the debate is geared towards ensuring that electorates are better informed on the economic and political policies of their representatives. The senatorial debate kicked off first, followed by the House of Representatives. The candidates that participated in the senatorial debate are Senator Uche Ekunife of the People's Democratic Party, Senator Victor Ume of the Labour Party, Dr. Kodilichukwu Okelekwe of the All Progressives Congress, Honorable Chinedu Umade of the Young Progressives Party, Princess Helen Mbakwe of the New Nigerian People's Party, and Honorable Dozie Nwankwo of the All Progressives Grand Alliance.
Not more than I promised them that I would do. In my engineering campaign, actually, I did not say exactly this is what I would do, but I told them that all the expectations will double. And I stand here to say that not only that I double them, I will perform for them.
All the projects submitted to the National Assembly, no project was put in the Southeast, where you come from. And this request was approved by the Senate. And when it came to your own chamber, it was also approved without any opposition from you, nor from the lawmaker that worked out on us. And the Southeast geopolitical zone lost $3.3 billion of those funds because our representatives do not oppose that request to get the president to put projects in the Southeast. Why did you allow that to happen?
I have a conscience and have a feeling for the people of Nigeria. I came out for this Senate to make sure that things work. I'm a mother, I'm a wife, I'm a worker, and everything in the system is going arbitrary to how it should go. I want to help to set things forward, going forward. I want to help to set things to move us in the direction that we should be going.
So I make sure I work with the governor, which has been doing well. I know he has done a lot in the area of security. And I make sure I champion the state security and fund the security agencies. I was fund them to make sure that there is a lot of fun for training and retraining of our security.
Top issues based on security, education, transportation, and various sectors of the nation's economy were efficiently and effectively tackled by the candidates. They all pledged for quality representation if elected come February 25th, 2023. The event, which had earlier kicked off with 5 contestants, was midway, joined by Honorable Nwankwo of the APGA Party. As a result of that, Senator Ekunife of the PDP and Barrister Mbakwe of NNPP, flag bearer, would not be allowed to join the debate midway. The Mace debate, organized for senatorial candidates and House of Representatives candidates, is the first of its kind in the history of Anambra State, with the hall filled to capacity. Emmanuel Shibata for ABS News.
Candidates of the Federal House of Representatives in Anambra State yesterday at the Professor Dora Akunyili Women Development Center, Awka, showcased their capability and expressed themselves to their constituents for assessment as they go to poll come February 25, 2023. They were assessed through Anambra Political Dialogue, the Maze Debates, jointly organized by Nigerian Union of Journalists, Anambra State Council, and Radio, Television, Theatre and Art Workers Union in collaboration with Society for Equity, Justice and Peace, and Bring It On Africa. Correspondent Emmanuel Chibata again completes the report.
The debate, streamed live via Anambra Broadcasting Service and other news channels, created opportunities for the masses to evaluate the policies, preparedness and demeanor of those who seek to govern them. Top on the maiden debate were 6 candidates, which were Professor Lillian Orobu of the Labour Party, Honorable Kingsley Uyamado of the Young Progressives Party, Prince Chinedu Ekunife of the Social Democratic Party, and Honorable Emeka Igwe of the PDP, all vying for House of Representatives, Awka North and South Federal Constituency.
A lot of reorientation has to be brought into our constituency. That is one of the things we want to do.
I would say we have a fundamental problem in Nigeria. And the problem is such that we have more politicians in the polity than leaders. The absence of leaders in the political space is what brings the conflict of interest between the legislators, the executive, and others.
Others are Valentine Anyika of the Zenith Labour Party and Prince Emeka Eze of the People's Democratic Party, both vying for Dunukofia, Njikoka, and Anosha Federal Constituency.
I do feel that post extend to the Supreme Court. For Federal House of Representatives tribunals, I really do not think so. I don't see any reason why it should extend to the Supreme Court.
The auditorium for the debate was filled to capacity by the party's supporters as the debaters addressed core issues on economic growth, security, new naira design and cash swap, gender-based violence, education and constituency projects. The debaters shared their insights on how Nigeria can sustainably grow and assured of equity, justice and fairness if elected to serve their constituents. They pledged to work with the state governor to actualize the vision of a secured and prosperous homeland. The debate, which lasted for hours, was moderated by a staff of the ABS and the Vice President, Radio, Television, Theatre and Art Workers Union, Ratau Southeast Zone, Prince Emeka Kalu Emmanuel Shibata for ABS News.
The National Youth Council of Nigeria, Anambra State Chapter, has commenced a 3-day youth sensitization and electoral awareness campaign for 2023 general elections across the 3 senatorial zones in the state. The event, which kicked off from the ABS corporate headquarters, Oka, led the youths along major highways, streets and markets in Oka. Correspondent Chibuzo Okoye completes the story.
The youths were armed with inscriptions like "Our parents must vote," "Say no to vote buying," "Vote to secure Nigeria," "We must take back our country," among others. Speaking to newsmen during the sensitization, the state chairman of the council, Mr. Obiemeka Chukwudi, said that the aim of the exercise was to enlighten the Anambra to vote massively in next week's general elections, as well as other subsequent ones. Mr. Chukwudi urged Anambra youths to come out en masse to vote during forthcoming elections, as failure to do so is an invitation for bad leaders to take over the mantle of leadership in Nigeria.
So there is need this time that we join our brothers from the north and other southern part of the country to ensure that we vote massively. We felt it's a political insult for us in the southeast, in Anambra State, having the habit of not voting. It makes us look as if we are not interested in the politics of the day. And in the scheme of things in Nigeria, we are being sent to the background. So there is need and important that everybody must vote in this upcoming election, irrespective of whom you want to vote.
For the Anambra State Deputy Chairman of the National Youth Council of Nigeria, Comrade IKC Onora, they have the responsibility of leading Anambra youth aright and advised them not to allow themselves to be used as thugs during the election.
It is part of what we are doing now, and I think we have started. What we are doing is vote, not fight. Go to the field and vote. The people that are causing all this thuggery of a change, our leaders we are trying to elect, they cannot use their children. These people that they are using now, they cannot call them after they have won the election. So our people have to have a rethink. What we are doing is National Youth Council of Nigeria, and we are the leaders of youth. We have to put them in order. We have to tell them what is obtainable.
The Anambra State Youth Leader of Farmers, Mr. Chisom Onowa, noted that what they are doing was to reawaken the consciousness of the voters, especially the youths, and made it clear that youths will determine the outcome of this year's general elections.
A reawakening project, in the sense that we will no longer complain. Nigeria is a blessed country with a great number of population. And we have seen the gap. The gap is voter apathy. We want to deal with it. And Anambrarians, Nigerians, we have to come out and exercise that voting right.
In Oka, this is Chibuzo Okoye for ABS News.
On national matters, the Catholic Bishops' Conference of Nigeria has ended its first plenary for the year 2023 with a call on Nigerians at all levels to reject all forms of vote buying and selling to ensure the election is peaceful and credible. In a communique issued at the end of the first plenary meeting of the Catholic Bishops' Conference of Nigeria at the CSN Resource Center, Catholic Secretariat of Nigeria, Durumi, Abuja, the bishop insisted that government has a constitutional and statutory duty of protecting human rights and securing basic justice for all. Ekwe Ajide completes the story.
The 8-paragraph communique signed by the President of CBCN, Most Reverend Lucius Ugoji, and Secretary Most Reverend Donatus Ogun, opined that society as a whole is responsible for building up the common good, whereas the government has a role of guaranteeing the minimum conditions that make human rights and justice possible. According to the bishops, if the primary purpose of party campaigns is to win elections, then the justifiable end is good governance. The bishops decried the increased insecurity in the country, such as Boko Haram insurgents, herdsmen militia, bandits, and unknown gunmen, which have continued to unleash terror in different parts of the country. They call government to look into the persistent fuel scarcity and cash crunch, which make the people spend many hours in long queues under harsh conditions trying to buy fuel at exorbitant prices or access cash. The bishops were cautioning that in the face of the daunting challenges facing the nation, we should not give in to hopelessness and despair or compromise our values in such a manner as to come up with leaders who are neither intended by God nor truly elected by the people, and urged citizens to learn to make the right choices for good governance to thrive and be sustained. They also charged the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) and its officials to ensure that conduct in the entire electoral process are transparent, honest, and beyond reproach, adding that the Commission must ensure that the newly adopted technologies for transmission and collation transparently and sincerely deployed and related to give results.
The many failures of our leaders to ensure good governance, we still nurture and sustain the hope of a democracy that will usher in a renewed era of social justice, equity, peace, and prosperity.
Ikwi Ajide reporting.
On the foreign scene, 2 women were rescued from the rumble in the Turkish city of Kahramanmaraş almost 2 weeks after 2 high-magnitude earthquakes tore through southern Turkey and northern Syria. Among the women is the 70-year-old Aleyna Omez, who was rescued on Thursday morning, 248 hours after a devastating 7.8 magnitude earthquake struck the city. Ms. Olmaz was extracted from a collapsed building near the earthquake center of the last week's devastating quake. She has been transferred to Kankas to begin her trauma recovery. Turkish media says she was the last survivor of her building. On Friday, Turkish authority updated the rising death toll, saying at least 400 people have been confirmed killed. This brings the combined death toll for Turkey and Syria to almost 44,000. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has described the death of the first Nigerian aviation minister, late Chief Mbazulike Amechi, as the end of an era as he joined the Amechi family, Ukpo people, and Anambra and entire Nigeria to pay last respects. Late Chief Mbazulike Amechi, who died at the age of 94, was a foremost statesman, nationalist, pre-independence activist, and one of the founding fathers that helped Nigeria from colonial rules. Government House correspondent Valentin Badoga filed the report.
Addressing the gathering at late Chief Amechi's residence, Ukpo, Nnewi South Local Government Area, Governor Soludo, who sympathized with the family, said that late elder statesman lived for good of others. Noting that he lived a great life, Governor Soludo said Chief Amechi lived and died a good Christian despite his fidelity to the Igbo culture and traditions.
No, Ondono. Nnewi South Ondono. Anambra Ondono. Nigeria Ondono. Ụwa niile Ondono, Africa niile Ondono. Maka ọ dara akụma afọ Africa ka ọ bụ ọbụrọsọ nke ụwa, ọbịa ọbụrọsọ nke Nigeria.
President Muhammad Buhari, represented by the Minister of Labour, Dr. Chris Nkike, said that late Chief Amechi was known for his frankness, wisdom and honesty, adding that he will be remembered for his good work, values and devotion to the service of the nation.
My heartfelt condolences to the Amechi family, the government,
and people of Anambra State, and Ohanese people on the passing of our son, brother, elder statesman, First Republic parliamentarian and Minister of Aviation, Chief Mbazika Amici. I join other Nigerians in mourning this great patriot who believe deeply in the united Nigeria and continue to work for its progress, undeterred by his age and personal circumstances.
On behalf of the family, his son, Mr. Iken Namechi, thanked those that supported the family as they mourned the passage of their father and prayed God to reward them accordingly.
Senator Dr. Honorable Minister
The burial commenced with a holy mass presided over by the Catholic Bishop of Nnewi Diocese, Most Reverend Jonas Benson Okoye, flanked by many other clergy. From Okpo, Valentine Badar reporting for ABS News.
That's the size of our package tonight, but remember that you can follow news and programs on ABS from any part of the world by liking our Facebook page at ABS Radio Television Oka. Subscribe to our YouTube at ABS Television Oka. Follow us on Instagram at ABS Radio TV. You can also log on to our website at www.absradiotv.com. The main point again. Anambra State Governor Soludo has inspected road construction in Okija, Ihiala local government area. In the Anambra have been urged to vote for ABGA candidates in 2023 elections. Catholic Bishops Conference of Nigeria have called for credible elections. And on the foreign scene, we told you 2 women have been rescued from Rombo in Turkey 10 days after earthquake. Before we go, here is a special message. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. Thanks for watching. My name is Chinyere Ikioreke. Good night.